Now this is my DB Hurricane. It's an 88-inch model, about a 5th scale, and we've got a Zenoa 45 petrol engine in the front. But what we're interested in is how it's fixed to the firewall. In the Zenoa's case, it's a radial mount with 4 fixing points hidden under the lump of lead, but there are 4 fixing points here. These go straight through the firewall onto captive nuts. Because it's a petrol engine, I've put, as well as the captive nuts, some locking nuts behind them with Loctite, because even if you balance the prop, there's a fair amount of vibration in at some rev levels that have started to loosen the nuts. So belt and braces, we really don't want it falling out. But this is a radial mounted engine. There are no engine bearers, there's just a flat firewall, and you screw straight through the firewall to fix the engine on. Let's move on to another aircraft. This is a far more basic installation. It's a Funfly. And as you can see, we've got a plastic engine mount fixed to the firewall, very similar to the Zenoa because it's a radial fixed plastic mount, but the engine is fixed to the bearers that protrude from the mount by four fixings here. The width between the engine mounts is fixed by the plastic, so different engines require a larger or a smaller mounting. Some ARTF aircraft come with an adjustable mount. Where's my Spitfire? This is not a ARTF Spitfire, but the mounting is very similar to the Funfly, radially fixed to the firewall, but with 2 long protruding arms to fix the engine to. But it's very difficult to see, but the actual mount slides open and closed, so you can adjust it for various engines. The 4th and final aircraft is Janet's Magnatilla, and this has wooden engine bearers built into the aircraft. So there's no plastic mount, 2 hardwood bearers, and they go right the way through the firewall and through the next bulkhead, because you can see them protruding into the body of the fuselage here. And the aircraft is once again drilled and fitted to the wooden bearers. They all have their own merits. No one is better than anything else. There are other ways of fixing these engines on, but we've got these 4 here today. They all suit the aircraft. The large Zenoa, radially mounted, hefty fixings. The Funfly, nice, straightforward and simple, exposed engine, so we can work on it. It's a functional Funfly working aircraft that flies all year round. The Spitfire, with the cowling off, again, it's all fairly exposed with the cowling off, but again, adjustable engine mount. The lump of lead is attached to a bracket here. And very, very traditional from Flair is the wooden engine bearers. Surprisingly enough, these are very, very strong. This has had one quite severe accident, vertically straight into the ground, and none of the engine mounting fixings came loose at all. So it's a fairly strong way of doing things, but can be a little bit fiddly. Unlikely to find this in your ARTF, more likely to find either the radial mount or the plastic engine bearer. So let's take one apart and show you how it all goes together.